Welcome everyone, and why I'm not a minimalist? The answer is because I lost my belongings a few times. So this idea of minimalism came from two Americans, Joshua Fields and Ryan Nicodemus, and they were two guys who were living the American dream. So they had huge houses, they had cars, they were settled also. They were living a settled life, which is totally not my case. I was in Saudi Arabia as a child, and my father had to go there because looking for a better opportunity, or because in the Arabic world they were living in severe poverty. And so when we went to Saudi Arabia, and as a child I started having everything. I started having magazines and toys and whatever a child need. And then when we decided to move to Egypt, I had to give up on majority of my belongings, and I just had few things and I lost everything else. And then it happened to me again after living in Egypt all this time, and I had to escape home. And this is a big story that will be in my memoir. I'm writing now this memoir about me and my mother, two Egyptian women escaping 4 walls. So at some point I had to escape home, and the only things I was able to take with me was my ID, my passport, and a floppy disk at that time with my stories. Okay, because I was writing stories, and that was the most important thing for me to take. My stories, my ideas, my creations. Other than that, I lost everything. And for the years to follow, I was also living in no stability. I was homeless. Like, I had no home, so that I can start thinking about accumulating things or owning stuff. So that went on for about 10 years. And then I started traveling, and I was traveling from one country to another, and I was just living off my suitcase. That at some point, because I actually didn't have a place to stay or settle, sometimes I forgot what did I have in my suitcase. I had 2 suitcases, and one of them I open, and the other one I don't know. Like, I forget what did I have inside. And actually there is a documentary film on this channel I filmed in Belgium from this period called Pink. I will leave a link for it. So yeah, why would someone like me think of minimalism, right? I'm already living the minimalism, and I think many people who are living in such unstable life or a life of poverty, they probably also don't have much belongings. So what is the situation now? The situation now, actually, when I started settling down and finally I had my own home, I was shopping like a hungry person. Okay. And I don't regret it. I'm so happy I did so. And I was so happy with all the things that I bought and donated later on, or gave to someone, or sold, or whatever. But just the pleasure of owning something, the continuous pleasure of being able to buy something, buy a decor piece, for example, something that I could have never thought of buying before. In this period of my life, I don't see that I'm a minimalist, but I feel that I'm just perfect. I'm in the perfect stage of my life because I'm already satisfied with everything that I bought. Just recently, I donated majority of my clothes, and now it's also because I've been going through some health issues, my body changed, so I just wanted to have a fresh start. And I think that's the thing about someone like me who lost their belongings few times, is that I really don't get attached much. So yeah, I donated majority of my clothes, and now I'm going to buy new stuff that is suitable for my stage now, or my life at the moment. Another example of this perfect stage is my balcony. I wanted to grow my own food, so for a few years I was trying to grow vegetables, but I just discovered that it's not worth it because vegetables don't grow much in a pot, so I don't get enough harvest. And so I decided to change to herbs. So now I have the perfect garden that is suitable for growing herbs, and I had to give up some pots that I don't need anymore. I don't need to be a minimalist as long as whenever I need something, I can find it easily. Whenever I want something, I don't have to suffer or have this painful feeling that I can't get it now, so I just, whenever I want something, I think about it, I search for it or compare and study the market for a long time until I settle on, do I really need it? Or because, for example, we just sold our table and now we are coffee table, and now we are coffee tableless. But we thought, okay, let's wait a bit and see, do we really need a new one or not? And I already have many options that I selected, but I will wait and see. That's why I'm not a minimalist, because I'm at this perfect stage where if I'm looking for something, I can find it easily in the house. And if I want to own something, I can own it without thinking that, oh, I'm homeless now, I don't have a place to put it. Or no, if I want to own something, I will own it, even if it's a decor piece, even if it's useless. But at the same time, I'm not just buying like crazy. I'm living and adjusting and changing as I go. It's the perfect way of living. Not a maximalist, not a minimalist. Okay. So I do buy things and I always change. I can buy something. After a while, I'm fed up of it. I sell it or I give it away, and it's just, for me, that's the ultimate way of living. I satisfy my needs to own something, and I also let go of things easily. So yeah, so that's the balance. Like, I satisfy my needs and at the same time I let go of things easily. It's perfect. So that's why I'm not a minimalist. What about you? Are you a minimalist? Did you have a lot of belongings? Have you ever lived the life of being homeless? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to follow my journey to understand life, solve its mystery, and live it fully, I have a podcast that starts with a documentary film called The Scrapbook of Life. It's on this channel. I will leave a link to it.